And welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. As you may have heard before, the Day of the Dungeon Master is returning. However, much to our disappointment, the campaigns will not be returning. Portobello's game or Respen's game, we won't be able to progress any further on it. However, you will still be able to obtain many of the rewards of this event, but they are removing quite a lot of them as well. Let's first go over which ones they are removing, and then go over which rewards we shall still be able to pick up from this event. You can see a list on screen here now of all the rewards that they are removing from this event. It's unfortunate. For example, the Deck of Many Things is going to be leaving us. However, you can still obtain that thing from the auction house, but the artifact itself is a bit too random to be reliable. Otherwise, you have the Green Slime Companion no longer being obtainable. The Apocalypse Dagger on the top tier apparently won't be available. Along with that, the Pewter Golem will also be unavailable. Not that they're too great anymore. And it's just going to be an appointment event. And what that means is when we look on our calendar, we can see upcoming the Day of the Dungeon Master. And you can see how it's now set up like we just had our Harvester of Nightmares, where you'd earn these tokens of participation and then tokens of challenge after your 14 days have completed, and your token of achievement upon that 14th day completion. And then you can save up those tokens and simply head to this vendor here in Protector's Enclave. It's always going to be here apparently, and you can spend those tokens then on these pretty neat rewards. Like, that's a bunch of companion or mount upgrade tokens if you need there. That's only 2 tokens per pack. And then the challenge tokens, mainly you just get these overloads, which are really good for like endgame, or you just grab some legendary insignias if you're missing those. And then the achievement tokens, you can see the rewards have been updated. We can now obtain the Beholder personal tank, and that is because they're actually removing it as a drop from the event itself, which is unfortunate, but it also removes the RNG of it. You will have to complete 5 of these type of appointment events to be able to buy it, much like we had with the Golden Warhorse and the Air Genocide. And then we now have Staldorf you can buy, which is much better for a DPS character. That's an account-wide mythic companion, which you can use pretty much on any DPS character in your offensive equip slot there, giving that combat advantage. It's very sought after. As for running him as an active companion, well, he can be a bit of a troll. I believe he has a hard taunt. He's like the most unique companion in that regard, and I'd like to cover him in a later date, but testing him is a bit weird and it doesn't seem to always be consistent. And aside from that, you shall still be able to get some of the older rewards of this event. You can see on screen here a list of the rewards that you can be able to buy, but only from this Wondrous Bazaar. And you could see there the list showed that the Owlbear figurine, Portobello's wand, and the Dice Vanity Pet. You'll be able to buy those, and I'll showcase them a little later on in the video. Otherwise, this event should be a bit of fun. You get like a new area. You can see a bit of a trailer here and then some pictures later on that I'll go through. And you'll end up essentially on this tabletop. It's basically to represent like D&D, where everything's miniature figures, and then you can have like 3D terrain, and you have these different challenges your character can do and so on. And then you'll get these mini dungeons, which every week we'll get a new mini dungeon. For the first week we'll get the Trial of Traps and Rocks Falls. The second week we'll get the Artificer's Workshop. And for the third week we'll get Strange Things at the Burrow Dawn Inn. I don't know exactly how they pan out, but I know the first 2 are like mini dungeons. Now these mini dungeons will act like our skirmishes. It won't matter what role you are, a tank, DPS or a healer, you'll just all be able to queue up together. And so again, what you can obtain from essentially this event in the past, but now buying it on the Wondrous Bazaar, is still this Owlbear figurine. Pretty neat, but unfortunately the Neverwinter Hawk really just makes it better than that. So you can see the Neverwinter Hawk, 630 magnitude, but it only has a 30-second cooldown, whereas this Owlbear has a 10-minute cooldown. It should be changed to 1 minute, in my opinion. Then you can at least use it in artifact calls and then do away with the Hawk. The Hawk still being good for more sustained damage. You'll still be able to get the adorable Vanity Pet, which is this dice right here. We can summon that and we can see it follows us around and it just rolls after you like that. I can show you exactly what the Owlbear figurine looks like as well. That's this one right here. And you'll also be able to get Portobello's wand, which is this one here. You'll be able to essentially move away from your body. You can see my character still back there. And if I go and click or the timer goes out, then you essentially teleport back to your character. also if you take damage. And we can have a look at what the owlbear looks like in combat. It'd be a bit annoying, I won't be able to change loadout, because since I don't have it slotted on all my other loadouts, just watch out for that. And you can go and cast it on your dummy, 1000 magnitude, nice quick cast time at least for just pressing the button. Does take a little bit of time before it pecks the target. Does a decent amount of damage when you have all your offensive stats up, but overall not too exciting. Again, the Neverwinter Hawk is just that bit better than it. Then of course you can just get some of these fashion items. You can see from here the intern fashion, just there you'll be able to pick that up, not the mask. And otherwise that'll be it. It'll just be another appointment event, getting your tokens of participation challenge and achievement. Should be a bit of fun. Hopefully the mini dungeons are balanced well enough, and unfortunately no orangey drops like getting a beholder tank for free if you were lucky. But with that said, again, you can buy that here after you complete this event 5 times. The beholder tank. So again, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of my channel members for helping me keep my channel going. And if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.